Welcome back, guys. Season 4, episode 4. I'm going with whole 4 or kind of. Oh, with the Masters just happening, we're doing a lot of fours. All right. So, welcome to my co-host today, Miss Abby.
Thank you.
She is our orientation instructor. She is not a new face to Boyd this time. I guess you are, technically.
Yes.
But you were here previously in an operational role.
Yes.
And now you've come back as the schoolhouse teacher.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I do have a little bit of a cold right now. We have been suffering through it in the ops room up there, and I'm trying not to get my force field of Lysol. I know. Poor Curtis has come around every day. Anyway, all right. So, let's talk orientation.
Okay.
Walk me through day one.
Ooh, day one is exciting. Day one is really introduction day. We introduce ourselves, the training staff. We want introductions from drivers, of course, to see where they've been, what their experience is, and then we inundate them with paperwork.
Well, yeah. It is a fire hydrant process.
It really is. It really is.
All right, so they go see the doctors.
Yes.
Like I watch y'all walk through operations usually around 8.
Right. We do a tour of the facility here in Birmingham. Then they go do their physicals and their agility tests, things that they are required to do to make sure that they're fit to do the job of trucking.
Gotcha.
And, of course, we do all the hiring paperwork. That's typical for any job. It's a little more intense for drivers because we have federal regulations and all that good stuff. And then we start introducing them. Sometimes we have brand new drivers that have never driven a truck at all. And we introduce them to, the lifestyle of driving, because it is a lifestyle. It's not just a job.
Exactly.
And then we have drivers that come to us with no flatbed experience. So they're going to get trained on working on a flatbed. And then we have experienced drivers that are just experienced flatbedders.
Yeah, and that's what I do like. First of all, I like y'all being upstairs. When I just always felt like when y'all were out in the buildings, y'all weren't part. Like it was just
it wasn't connected.
It was so separate. And now I just feel like it's together.
Yes,
finally. I do like that. I like watching the guys come through. I think it scares them when you walk them by and they're like, yeah, that's Beth, and she's kind of mean. No, I'm just kidding. But I think it's great that we do that, and I like the fact that we have all flavors of driver in the classroom together at one time. I feel like they can learn from each other.
Yes.
Do you get that?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's been many times already that I've sat an experienced flatbedder with a student driver or trainee, is what we refer to them as, and just to help them learn the ropes.
The buddy system.
Yes, the buddy system is great.
100%. I love that. All right. So day one's paperwork and stuff like that. When do they actually, so not just, I know everybody's process goes a little bit different, but like what can they expect at least in the first 48 hours?
The first 48 hours, we're going to introduce them to Boyd, our culture, our values. We're going to introduce them to load securement. They get a little taste of load securement on the first day, and we increase that as the days go by because it is very physical, and some of the guys haven't done that type of physical work. So we don't want to wear their bodies out the first day.
No.
So we ease them into that. So it gets to be a few more hours each day that they get on the load securement training facility. And we talk to them about safety, lots of safety.
Well, safety is key.
Safety.
Safety is key.
Yes.
And if you don't believe that, just ask Jeff Nathan, because he was just giving me my safety speech. Apparently I came in the parking lot a little too fast this morning. Who knew there was a wrong way to pull into my spot? It was aggressive. No, I'm just kidding. He really didn't get on to me. But he has before. And then, of course, I say this. I'm pretty sure I say this every episode, so maybe it can be like a game for people. When they go up to the agility and the OJT and stuff, Ben fired me twice.
Okay.
I say that. I carry a lot of burden with that. It's not my finer moment. But anyway.
It is hard work.
It is very hard work. So by day 3, you pretty much, do they have a hang of it? Do you have a feeling if they're going to be able to make it, if they're going to be successful? Where do we go once we hit that midpoint?
Typically, we do see a feeling of confidence or not. Confidence is a big thing in flatbed work.
Yeah.
So we see that feeling of confidence or maybe this is not for me. Usually by the middle of the week.
That's what I was thinking. That's usually, I would feel like by Wednesday, most people would know if this is the lifestyle. Because you're right, it is a lifestyle. It's not just, hey, I'm going to go hold a steering wheel. I mean, there's so much more to it. I mean, I know van drivers come in and they think they want to try it until they get to, July and August, and that sun's hot.
It is. And December and January is cold.
Yes, and when those tarps are frozen, they're even worse.
Yes.
So we do have our tarp challenge coming up here now. I guess it's probably about 6 weeks, and that's one of my favorite times of year because I will invite your class out to do it with us so they can compete too. But yeah, that's so much fun. The guys upstairs have already been strategizing. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. So. All right, so by Thursday, they're getting assigned their trucks.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so from there, then they go into their expectation exchange with their fleet manager. They visit the ops people, the sales people, because of course we have the open door policy with everybody. Landon comes and talks to them.
Yes.
Do all departments come talk or no?
Pretty much all the departments. We have a speaker come visit the class and present some information to them. Like we have safety visit. We have our hours of service log lady Sherry come visit. So she does some really great giving them information on how to use our electronic logging systems and communication system, which is all in one. But communication is key in trucking. They need to know how to get in touch with their fleet leaders and our breakdown department and safety department. So that's very important as well.
Does Alethea come and talk about the LP program and stuff?
Not at this time, but we are doing a lot of revamping to the orientation program. We're streamlining a few things, and hopefully we're going to have a little more teaching time and a little less paperwork time.
That would be nice. I know, that would be nice. I like to, I've been saying I wanted to go back through orientation. I did it 100 years ago. I know Miss Betty was still here. And I did not pass the log part at all. I know y'all are all shocked by that. Didn't pass the safety.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to come back through orientation.
I know. I keep saying I'm gonna. And then I don't know. They find stuff for me to. I think they're purposely keeping me out of that. I could be a distraction, I feel like.
Maybe so. Maybe just a little bit.
I feel like I might be, but that's okay. That's all right. That's fine. So, do we talk to our drivers about the different ways they can be successful here? I mean, I know y'all give them, the tools of the OJT and you give them all of the other things, but like when we talk about pre-trips and post-trips and all those things.
Yes, we do a lot of talking about pre-trips. It's very important to make sure our trucks are at top performance to keep them rolling and, a lot of the drivers' goal is to make money, so we want to keep them on the road.
Have you seen them?
Yes.
I'm like, what?
They are cool.
Some of our sister companies got on social media, and I was like, please don't make me be jealous. And then I saw ours roll in the next day. I was like,
yes.
There we go. Yes. And I know Skyelar, who doesn't like to get in front of the camera, will be getting some things out for us on that.
Yay.
So I would really like to go back through orientation now that it is shortened. Because, when I went through, it was a full week. Full week just in the classroom, and then OJT was the next week. So I would like to do that. I only have to throw my weight around a little bit and see if they'll let me do it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Bribe somebody.
Do what?
You may have to bribe somebody.
I could do it. Do you have cookies? There we go. We know the way to Landon's heart. There we go. I like it when Skyelar comes in over top with some good ideas. All right. Well, what else can you tell us about the process?
Okay.
They need to do prior?
Well, you were talking about being successful.
Yeah.
So we do talk about trip planning. That's very important. There are some drivers that they just want to jump in the seat and go. And, they can be a lot more successful if they plan out their trips and their time. And, we have hours of service regulations to follow. And so we try to show them how to best maximize their time to be successfI
Awesome. I know we've been working with a lot of the newer classes about the manufacturer dedicated and keeping them loaded and keeping them stacked, and so that's been going really well. I think the only thing that's really thrown any wrenches is the occasional, blown tire or something like that. So that's been going really well, and I like to see I like the fact that our sales team and our ops team have been coming in there and showing the guys how to, this is how we're stacking these.
Yes.
So when they leave here on Friday, they know pretty much all the way through the next Tuesday, Wednesday, what they're doing, and then by that next week, they're already stacked out. So I really like that. What about I mean, is there any extra ways to make money? To like kind of
Yes.
okay, what you got?
We have driver referrals.
Okay,
That's
all
a
right.
good one. Driver referrals, if a driver refers a new driver, a CDL student, they'll get a $500 bonus. They get half of it when that driver delivers their first load,
Oh,
and they get the other half when they've been here for 6 months.
wow.
And then if they refer a experienced driver, they get a $1,000 bonus. They'll get the first $500 when that driver delivers their first load, and the other $500 when they've celebrated their 6-month anniversary.
Wow. I didn't even realize that. Can we get it? No.
I know. I wish, because
All right,
I know
it's
a lot of flatbed drivers.
I know. I was like, hey, man. Well, if we know them, we're still going to bring them over
That's
here anyway.
right.
I mean,
Exactly.
which most of the best ones are still here anyway, so it doesn't matter, you know. All right. Well, what else can you tell us about the process? Is there any tricks to the trade? Any things coming in that guys need to, maybe the recruiter doesn't cover, but you kind of wish they would? Our recruiting department does a really good job.
They do. I know, like I said earlier, we have some drivers come in that have experience outside of flatbed. So van experienced drivers or refrigerated experienced drivers. It's a little different world between flatbed and that type of driving. So the only thing I could say is maybe just kind of explain that process a little more. We do load securement training here during the week of orientation. And so they're learning how to secure their loads properly so that we're safe going down the highway. We want to keep not only our drivers and our equipment and our customers' products safe, but keep the motoring public at large safe.
Exactly.
So that load securement process is very, very important. And so I think maybe just to give them maybe a little bit on that load securement training would be helpful. But other than that, I do think our recruiting department does great.
You got some rock stars down there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, awesome ladies. All right, well, I don't really have anything else. Let's talk about some social media.
Okay.
Skyelar has us on all of them: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Which we're not Twitter anymore; it's X. I get that wrong because I'm old.
Oh,
It
I am
should
too. I
always
didn't
be.
know it had changed.
Yeah, it's an X now. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I think that might be all of them. Oh, I did it. I got the thumbs up. I did it right.
Yay.
6. So, all right, guys. Tune in next time, and we will have some more to go with our orientation process. It'll be just a little step further. We're going to pull in a little safety stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Thanks, guys.